Let's practice pronunciation and syllable and word stress while we learn about American football. I have 10 terms for us to practice today so that you can talk about American football at the office tomorrow. And don't forget, you can see all of the games on YouTube with their NFL Sunday Pass. I will put the details about that below. So let's jump right in with word number 1. And we have fumble. And to fumble the ball means that the player drops it. So to say fumble, we have 2 syllables, FUM-ble. So to do this, we are going to start with that syllable number 1, FUM. And we are going to stress that syllable, fumble. Syllable number 2, think about saying the word bull, like the animal. And to do this, don't forget to move from that U sound, that short, unstressed sound, to the L. Keep the air moving out of your mouth while you do that. Oh, oh, oh. Let's put it all together. Fumble, 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 fumble. Next up, we have interception. So technically, this word is interception with the T, but many times you will hear people drop the T altogether and say inner. So either is fine, interception or interception. The bigger point here that you need to remember is syllable stress. You need to stress the sep towards the end of that word. So we have interception, 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 interception. And interception is when the defense catches the ball, when the offense is supposed to be catching it. So it's when the other side catches the ball. Moving on to punt. And this usually happens on the 4th down, which is the 4th try to get to move 10 yards when you're not going to be able to get it. And so what the offense will do is kick the ball, thereby surrendering the ball. So you're basically getting rid of the ball, trying to get it down the field so that the other team doesn't have a bigger advantage. To say this word, we have 4 little sounds. This gets confusing for a lot of my students because we end with that NT. Think about saying the word pun, pun, pun. And for that N, the tip of the tongue touches the back of your top front teeth where the teeth and the skin meet on the roof of the mouth. You're going to have it there for the N with the air moving out of your nose. Then let the air puff out of your mouth as you pull the tongue down for that T. Punt, 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 punt. Next up, we have audible. And audible means when the quarterback will change the play at the last minute. So usually they decide what play they're going to run in the huddle. But if the quarterback gets some new information and decides, I need to change this play, then he will actually call it out audibly for the players on the field and change the play. So to say this word, spelling gets really confusing for people. We're going to have 1 vowel here, ah, audible, audible. Stress the ah, open, oval-shaped mouth for that. Audible, audible. And also here, I'm using that flap T, which sounds like a super fast D. And then be sure to end with that bull. And to do that again, move the tongue from that U to the L. So the sound at the end sounds long enough. One more time. Audible, audible, audible. We also have scrimmage. Usually people will say the line of scrimmage, and that is the sort of imaginary line where the play starts. So that's where both teams are on both sides of the line of scrimmage. and then the play starts. So this word is really challenging because we have 3 sounds at the beginning. Scr, scr, scr. So we're going to start with that S, and then we're going to move to the KR. Cr, cr, cr. So for the K, the tip of the tongue is low, back of the tongue is pulled high up. Now I say my R with the tip of my tongue pointed down. So this is easy for me. If you flip your tongue back for your R, which is totally fine, just move slowly from that K to the R because you do not want to touch your teeth with the tip of your tongue. The tongue does not touch the teeth for the R. Scr, scr, scr. So then we have the vowel I, scr, midge. We're going to end with that J sound, j, j, j. To do that, touch the teeth like you're saying a D sound, and then pull it back into the middle of the mouth. Let's put it all together. Scrimmage, 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 scrimmage. And as you can hear, I am stressing syllable number 1, scrimmage. Next, we have play action. This is when the quarterback looks like he's handing the ball to someone to run the ball down the field, but instead he fakes out the other team and then he goes on to throw the ball. So to say play action, we are going to stress word 1 in this combination, play. But don't forget, we also need syllable stress in word 2 because there are 2 syllables. So we're going to stress in this word. So play action, play action, the play action, play action, play action. Moving on to shotgun, which is another word combination. We are going to stress word 1 here, shot. And shotgun basically means when the quarterback is further back from the center. He's the guy that has the ball before the play starts in the middle of the field. The quarterback will back up from the center, way further back, so that he can see more of the field. So to say this, we are going to start with the shotgun. Now, for me and for many native speakers, the T will sound like we don't say it. We actually do mark the T here. It's an unreleased T. So we say shot, and we just hold the tongue to the spot where the T starts. We just don't pull it down and we don't release the air. And then we move to the gun. Shotgun, 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 shotgun. Next, we have coverage, and this is how the defense guards the receivers. Now, this word gets confusing because you can say it with 2 or 3 syllables. I actually do both. So when I am saying this word slowly, I will say coverage with 3 syllables, and that schwa syllable is in the middle. However, when I'm having a conversation, I do tend to totally drop that schwa syllable and really reduce that word to just coverage. So you can say coverage or coverage, whichever you prefer. Let's try them both. We're going to stress the first syllable in both of these options. Coverage, 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 or coverage, 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 coverage. To me, they sound almost the same, coverage or coverage. Moving on, we have sack. And a sack is when the defense sort of captures the quarterback and takes him to the ground. So to say this word, we have 3 sounds. S, a, k. This is the very American a sound. So open your mouth wide in a circle. Get the tip of the tongue low, back of the tongue high up, and then just kind of keep it there for that K because it's in the same spot. Sack, 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 sack. And last, we have blitz. And this is when extra players overwhelm the quarterback, causing a sack. This word is interesting, and my students are really shocked at this one. Typically in English, we love to change the letter S to a Z sound. But in this case, we're going to change the letter Z to an S sound. So to say blitz, just remember, add an S to the end. We don't say the Z. Blitz, 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 blitz. I hope you enjoyed learning some American football terms. Join me as I post some pronunciation lessons on other American football terms. And I also have a playlist, which is linked below. Thanks so much, everyone. Have an amazing day.